All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Crypto Warehouse. My name is Brogan, and today we are back for another morning stream. Okay, I actually don't know what Mike fully calls it, but it is the morning show, as in the thumbnail, as you've seen just 2 seconds ago. I've taken over once more, because again, yes, be somewhere else. I am, again, no surprise here, very tired again, but that's okay. That is okay, because we're going to get through this, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it. Because we have some interesting articles to go through, and obviously we have some charts to go through, and I do have to look at something I crucially missed on Bitcoin, which I will wholeheartedly put on myself. I've missed a singular thing on Bitcoin, so we'll look at that quickly as well. Whenever we get some charts. There we go, that's one. Obviously we're going to look at the prices currently really quickly, in the intro. Got some X files to go through. Obviously you can see on the sidebar. Obviously this is take. Obviously this might not feel as professional. I don't know. Okay, it is your opinion, but we still have some of the niceties like the sidebar. So you can see on the right hand side of your screen. Obviously it's inverted for me. This is the table of contents is what we've got going on right now. Obviously we've got some X files to go through. A bit of fun. There is a bit of an elephant. There's a bunch of things coming out about Solana right now. Obviously, kind of pump the price. That has kind of all happened pretty fast, actually. It's not really been done like, early yesterday or anything like that. So I don't actually have any of it on my list of things to do. Obviously, we will look through the Solana chart really quickly, have a little glance over it. But the majority of the movement right now is going to be kind of attributed to what's going on right now, so I can't really look at that. Oh, I can look at it, but I don't have it on my thing. I don't have it on the sidebar either, so I'll leave it. I guess I'll leave it for Mike to cover. He'll do it more professionally. Where's Mike in bed? He's obviously got to go do something, so I'm back again. Obviously, to no one's dismay, because I am obviously the best of the entire world, so it doesn't matter. I should probably do it really quickly. Actually, I'm gonna ping the group that I'm live because I haven't actually done that because I had a bit of a chaotic start. As always, I think there's no surprise there. That I had a chaotic start to the stream. Oh no, he's already done it. There we go. Whatever. Alright. Well, I don't have any more to yap about apart from links in the description. All useful. If they weren't useful, they wouldn't be there. Telegram, most important one. Twitter, obviously, as well. If you want to keep up to date with what's going on in the Twitter space. Obviously, he tweets. Mike tweets a bunch of things here, there, and everywhere. And he puts some videos exclusive to Twitter as well, so do go check that out. Obviously Telegram, I'm not gonna. Even if this is your first time, coming onto the stream, I talk about it so much on every single stream. It probably crosses over through, the mainframe over to this stream. But just join Telegram, doesn't really matter. And while you're down there, consider liking the stream and following if you do enjoy the content. Here on out. Obviously I don't want you to. I don't have dead followers. Okay, if we have like 100 million people followers and then 5 of them actually like the content, it's not gonna really help us, is it? So make sure you like the content. Follow us. You know what I'm saying? I think that is the intro. I don't really think I have anything else to say or anything I need to say. So I think we're quickly going to look at the prices, look at some percentages, go on to the X files, and then continue onwards as the morning show would do. So hopefully everyone's doing well. Actually, I should probably check the chat. Hopefully everyone is doing having a nice day. Obviously, I don't know. Obviously, different time frames. Might have just woken up. Obviously, hopefully you had a great sleep. If you obviously have had your day, you've done your things, hopefully you had a great rest of your day. Nothing in the chat, no surprise. There's nothing ever in the chat. I'll just refresh the chat as well. So, shame. Anyway, sidebar. Boom, onto the X Files. Oh no. I don't have the markets, whatever, doesn't matter. Let's just imagine this is the X Files. So, 63,354. So, I said we're going to come down. Now, some other people also said we're going to come down. But I missed something crucial. So, we have a special line, the 1.11 line, okay? And I missed the cross because, unfortunately, the 1.11 line actually lines up with another line, and I actually forgot it existed. So I missed the line, and we crossed it, and we printed above it, which is obviously the most important thing, and we bounced off it, which is actually even more important. So I missed that, which is unfortunate. And what I can't seem to do for the life of me is find out what I looked at to get 65k. I think I did the top of the range, so we'll look at that again. But it's all over the place. But maybe we go to the next equilibrium upwards, which then would be about, I think it's 67k. So maybe bump it up a tiny bit, maybe. But anyway, yeah, 63,354 right now, 2.3% up in the 24-hour and 9.3% up in the 7-day. Ethereum 2,546. I mean, my sentiment, obviously I'm like perma bear right now for some reason. My whole sentiment for most things I covered on my stream were poised. It's kind of sad. Were poisoned by what it looks like for Bitcoin. So Ethereum's gone up. Obviously Solana, you know, even if Solana was supposed to go to $1, or maybe not $1, but you know what I'm saying? Like, even if Solana was supposed to go to like, I don't know, super really negative, like $90, I still, like, it still would have gone up again because of what is happening right now. I think there's some at Templeton, those lot doing a mutual fund with Solana. I can't remember the exact thing. There's like 7 tweets. Okay, I haven't looked at them, so I also don't have them on the stream. So yeah, tough luck. But $150 anyway. Obviously, big pump. 8.86% up in 24-hour. You can see that big old nice line there. Never mind, you can't because the sidebar's in the way. But hopefully, sidebar isn't covering any crucial content. It might do. I'm not sure. Actually, you know what? I need to probably have the chat because unfortunately, I do need to show. We'll be able to actually, you know, let everyone see what's going on the stream. So I might have the chat for now. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I only really looked at Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. Didn't really look at anything else. So we actually have X Files up right now. So we've got Matthew Highland. Obviously, you know, I am. I just do the content. So, you know, I don't have all these put in. You know what I'm saying? He put them in. Might put them in. So I'm reading what he's given me because I want it to be a stream similar to like none other. You know, I want them to. Oh no, like any other. I mean, I want them to be similar to any morning streams. So I make him do it. Also, it's a good excuse not to do anything, but I make him do the streams so that I don't have to do anything, and that the stream is very similar to how they always are. So this is the first week. So this is what he does. So Matthew Highland, Bitcoin is closing in on 65k, which is a price we already have anyway. I mean, what's good is in I got it like horribly wrong in terms of us coming down, which is fair enough. But you know, it was kind of a blip where it's like I thought we could come down and up, but we just went up. So we have what's good is it at least is I have the same outcome. Obviously, shout out to Buff City Crypto, I think he's called. Oh, I might have butchered that name. I'm very sorry. I don't know if he's here right now. Say hello if you are here. But obviously he was like, oh yeah, where can we go on the upwards? I actually didn't look at any of the upwards apart from until like the end of the stream, last trading stream. So shout out to him. But that's you know, that little segment gave me 65k. So at least I have a similar outcome of moving upwards. But yeah, I think there's a lot of people who are kind of in sync with you know 65k, 65.5. I think there was an article by a writer within the TradingView news areas which has 65.5 because of some like bull flag. Obviously, Matthew Highland, he's saying it because of the previous high, which I definitely agree with. And the reason I agree with this is because of we have our range up here at 65k. But more important, I think it's 65.6, which is leaning more towards the other thing. The what's it called? The words aren't coming out right now. The bull flag. TradingView people. I don't know. I can't remember the guy's name is, but his thing. Obviously, we had this equilibrium which we came to nicely, but it's mainly. I think the main reason I got 65.5 was because of this line up here. But I could vividly remember there being an equilibrium somewhere, which I read off. I thought, oh, there's an equilibrium here. Boom, sorted. For the life of me, I actually can't find it within my different equilibriums I've got drawn. So I don't know why I can't find it. I don't think I looked at an equilibrium. So anyway, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Whatever. So Matthew Highland also in the boat of many people has 65k. Potential first high in 6 months. Yep. I mean, obviously we had back here. Obviously coming to it now. 20, you know what? I haven't looked at it in a while. I haven't actually looked at dominance. Not dominance. Sorry, the AMD cycle. I really need to probably look at that. 21st September. You know what? It actually might be cooked, but you know it might not matter either. To be fair, but I'll look at that in a minute as well. But anyway, yeah. So he's talking about basically these highs up here, which yeah makes sense. we had, you know, kind of coming to this area up here to surpass this. Absolutely, I definitely think, you know, once reaching here, probably towards 65.4. I mean, if you have 65.5, I think it would probably just be like a quick blip upwards. Not like a, oh, we're going to come all the way back down thing, but in terms of, you know, if you've got pretty much equal highs here, relative equal highs, you know, double equal highs, basically a double top here, actually. It's like double equal highs. This is going to be really good for us to basically come up above and then come right back down. So within the range of 65, basically 65 towards 65, 65.5, I think coming up to here and then coming down again, probably back towards, you know, I'm just looking at the different lines now to see what ranges we've got. So, you know, coming down to here, you've got breaker blocks. So in case we've got some sort of order block here, like maybe back here, for example, you can see we draw this back. You can see this is a decent enough order block because obviously maybe not necessarily here, but you can see it roughly came to bounce, obviously flipped it, resistance came down. Obviously this was in breaker block area, and you can see obviously breaker block, I already talked about this before, like breaker blocks, they have to be order blocks in order to be breaker blocks. So in effect they can be both order blocks but have a chance to flip pretty easily, just to, you know, it's basically just like a warning thing. But regardless, it is technically an order block to breaker blocks. You can see, you know, resistance, bang, came up, bang, support. So this whole thing is basically our flip of this order block, breaker block area coming upwards towards using its support. So in terms of, you know, kind of us doing boom boom coming up, you know, probably a sweep, you know, maybe towards 65.6, you know, 65.5, as majority of people think anyway. You know, hopefully pushing up above this, and then, you know, coming back down again. We could wick above 65.5 again. This is like just saying this is the new range. I've drawn another range now up here to show, you know, where's next. Which obviously we have, you know, nice equilibrium here, which is, you know, nice to see. It's always nice to see equilibriums, especially on the, because like basically the way it works is like the higher range upwards has an equilibrium, a line, you know, expanded. You can see like here, this whole thing, this bounce of midpoint and at the top is at equilibrium at this stage really nicely, just to show that. But anyway, that's, you know, this is the next range. So between 60, oh, it's drawn over each other, I can't see anything. It's basically 60, yeah, 65.5, I'm stupid, yeah, 65.6, I don't know why I'm thinking. So basically between 65.6 and 72.171 is this whole big area of the next range upwards. So, you know, until we break this, obviously we're in this range. And obviously to point out, well, you know what, I'm doing Bitcoin here when I'm not supposed to. You know what, I'm very sorry. I've actually gone completely off topic. So yeah, 65k, whatever. I'm very wrong. ETFs up 6% plus today. Very, very nice. Very high volume, actually. Really, really high volume on the iShares Bitcoin Trust. Very nice. Yeah, I mean, just good news. I think obviously X-Files are something which are, you know, fast paced stuff. Damn, okay, this is pretty interesting. So this is over basically 2 years currently, between 2022 January all the way to obviously now, basically. So nearly 3 years, obviously, between September and January now. So, you know, a decent period of time. The green is net position. Obviously, well, it's not green technically. It's like green to red, but net positions, these bars. So these are, so obviously net. This means majoritively negative, really, really negative through April. You know, basically coming from October to April. Obviously, from April to now, coming upwards is actually coming positive. Also, I think it's like I think it was January to May. I think it's like January to March. I think there was something significant in terms of it being of it being, you know, whatever. I think it was something to April. I can't remember. I should probably try and find it to read. But basically, the period which involves April is a really important period. I believe, obviously, if I go to, I think it's one of these. I don't know if I have it drawn. It'd be really nice if I did. I don't think I do. Basically, these cycles can span over like 243 days. But unfortunately, I don't actually have it drawn, I don't think. because I actually don't have it right, correctly drawn. But anyway, so I can't really show it, but I know what I mean. And I don't, again, like I said, I don't have it drawn, so I can't really show it. But regardless, so this is good. This is really good news. It's again X-Files, fast-paced stuff. Just showing positivity, which is nice. I don't know, guys. I think most of you interpreted this pivotal event the wrong way around by saying it was bearish for Ethereum. Tag singing. Man, some lore or something going on here I do not know about. There's no comments. Okay. Well, there's no comments. That's alright though. So, I think you most interpreted this pivotal event the wrong way around by saying it was bearish for Ethereum. That's fair enough. I mean, obviously the market has pumped. We already know this with the rate cuts, and obviously, I think Japan. I can't remember what I read. Japan. I know Japan involves something. I think they had something very similar. I think there was also a cut as well. So a double whammy there, which helps tremendously for this whole move. Which obviously we did talk about last stream anyway. Coming into this, which is obviously this is nice as well. This gap as well, because obviously this is formed within the above the range. Also, I talked about this really nice usage here as well. We did come to it and then came down again, but it wasn't anything significant. It was like 59.5 area back down towards 59 basically. So a small down and then obviously big pump and then used it here. So we flipped it. Obviously my sentiment didn't help to tell that this was going to be resistance if we came to it. But anyway, that is X-Files done. Let's go on to the next thing. I have actually talked a lot about actually no, I can't move on just yet. Actually, unfortunately, because obviously in the notepad I have what's supposed to go on the sidebar, and unfortunately there are different articles. Guys have to type bump dance. He looks like an idiot. Some crazy law here. I don't know what's going on. All right, so actually, you know what I'll do. I'm gonna look at Mike's chart. Because I haven't done that in a while. Okay, so let's see what he's doing. Let's see what the all-knowing. So obviously he's got his bull market support band, which we are bouncing off. Also, they've got his trend line. So continuously coming up. 58% seems to be pivotal price, which makes sense. Obviously, you can see bounce here, bit of resistance in this area, resistance there. I don't want to do my TA on it though because I will ruin his chart. But regardless, you can, if you look back though, a nice order block here. It's not really an order block. It's kind of just like a demand area, or demand and supply area technically. Let me make this something better, like a white. So you can see this is nice. Explains it. Whoops. Let me lock his things because I do not want to move them. Okay, this is actually really hard to see. Okay, red's bad. Purple's bad. Try and make this colour you can actually see, but you can't. Okay, let's just make it black, whatever. Actually, what I'll do, I'm gonna hide this. Stupid. Now I've got to make it white again. Why is it so hard, man? Dark mode sucks. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, there we go. White. Perfect. So, just quickly to see. Order block formed. Bang, bang. Flip, support, bang. Support, bang. So this is going to be good resistance, which makes sense because obviously we've got both these bounces and this range. So obviously, it was used. It's definitely using the midpoint and the tops and the bottom. So they're using all three prices pretty nicely, which also has 59% involved. So also we have with 58%. I think 59% can get involved as well. And look at his top line. His top line is also within this order block. So he's got 59, basically 56. Oh no, 60, sorry, 58. I also am going to add 59. So basically 58, 59, 60 in this range. You can see if we bring it over, we're slightly trying to come up to it right now at 59%. So let me delete it though, because I do not want his stuff, or my stuff on his chart, because it's his chart. Had a double top up here at the 73% mark. Obviously came down off of that. This is weekly as well, by the way, because he's probably he's a high time frame guru right here. But as it looks so far, we've got these lines coming up. and then this resistance, which is obviously, is technically a chart pattern. I believe it is a... I can't remember what it's called, because I don't remember the names, but it is technically a chart pattern, which basically has solid line, trend line, bounce, 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 bounces off it, doing that, and then breaks up, and then does this, like that. So, we do have technically a chart pattern, which would suggest we could potentially come back above this. And, going back to this order block, it is... this is technically a breakup block, which, was used nicely. I mean, breakup blocks and order blocks, they can be, interchangeable in terms of their strengths. But sometimes, depending on how the move goes, some are stronger than the others. But to be fair, this is kind of in a shaky area. You can see kind of hovered back down here, came up, came down again, came up. It's kind of in this range. If we were properly dumping and then had like a bit of, an order block and then dumped again, it would be, more on the resistance side of things, oh no, well, technically it'd be like, it would probably be a stronger breaker block than anything else. Or, if you're having a really strong thing and then you form it and then really strong upwards, this would just be a great support point. But, in this case, you can see we're kind of hovering and then we formed it, so it's not really anything too crazy. But anyway, I'm yapping about nothing which is related to Bitcoin dominance. So you can see it's coming up nicely. Eventually going to break up above this, probably. By the fact that we have this nice, bull market support band. We haven't really dipped below it once or twice, even though it's quite thin, which is, obviously this is a dominance-based thing, so figuring out moving average of it might be a bit different in terms of how it's calculating the width between them. But you can see they're very, very close. So in terms of breaking below, it might be decently strong. So there is a scenario where you come up and kind of have resistance here, which we don't break above and then come back down again. And this is actually a pivotal area, not only for the lines but obviously for the order block, because we formed it, big resistance, flipped it, support, and then now came down, coming to it resistance now. So this is a good area of support and resistance. So in terms of coming above it, could be pretty hard. But I mean, this isn't actually my chart, but you can also see as well that this line on the fib actually comes pretty nicely to 59%, which I have right now on this order block. So in terms of actually giving something substantial for this, in terms of where we could go to, I mean, we're continuing this trend. If we like shimmy backwards, has there been any other periods where we've had like negativity? Well, we had this order block back here, which is like really hard to draw because we're on like super high time frame. So you can see this is also the order block, which resistance at midline, or resistance at bottom line, midline, and then midline again, and then came up and then support. So you can see this line, this bounce here, hovering. We are at this midline area. But you can see the rest of them. It's kind of like a, came up into it. Oh no, it's here. Actually really good bounce, and then really good bounce on here, really good bounce in here, bounce in here, and then tried to come to midpoint, and then slowly came to midpoint, and then flipped it, and now it's going to be a support area at this area. But again, like I said, my point of drawing this was to show in terms of if we can break above or not. And yeah, I think so. I mean, again, I feel like I'm not saying anything substantial about this right now. But to be fair, I wouldn't want to draw one of my charts on this. So continue this trend potentially. I don't know how pivotal these lines are, in Mike's opinion. But again, I mean, this goes over like the entire history of on the market, because it's on the weekly, so this is going to take ages to do. But not only, I mean, the order block and the yellow line are both in the same area. So saying, oh yeah, this yellow line is really important, well, that order block's really important as well. So hopefully we can break it. I mean, technically, if we continue to do this and kind of bounce in like this, in theory, we should break above and use it as support. Break above support at midline at 59.0 whatever, and then continuing upwards. I don't know what this line is at this October area. I do have October range. Actually, this is 2025. I do have some in this period, I think, like quite a bit later on, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm actually talking a lot about not a lot, so I'm gonna move on before I waste any more time. I'm not gonna look at this one. I'm not gonna look at that. Actually, I'm going to move on to this article, which I've had hovering for so long. I need to go to this quickly because I am yapping. Actually, what I'm going to do is read the chat, because I have not read the chat in a while. I know you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, whatever. Let me move back. Not really too much going on there. Let me check the YouTube chat because actually there's people talking. I want to say hello to everyone. I've kind of been misregarding. I'm tired as well, by the way. So yeah, bear with me. Let me say hello to everyone. I actually haven't said hello to a single person. I'm sorry. I've neglected you guys. I'm really sorry. All right. Mags, absolutely go. Kishan, you got caught. You got caught out. Let me dismiss this message. There we go. Oh no, you didn't. I lied. I'm so sorry. I don't know. Kishan, I don't know why I ever doubted you. You know, I had a poll in the way. I couldn't see your first message. I don't know why. I don't know why I doubted that you weren't the first person to message. I apologize. Kishan, absolutely go. Message first. You know what? You know what? He must get in before. He must get in like the day before. You know, I think Mike sets up streams on like Premiere, like kind of before we actually go live. He must get in there. I don't know how he does it. He's a magician. I can't scroll through the chat. It's an Oracle takeover. Yeah, Mike. Obviously, that. Yeah. I mean, I'm taking over again, obviously, because I'm the best in the entire world in crypto. You know, no doubt about it. If you doubt me, you're wrong. You should leave and never come back. Oracle Let's Rock show. You know what? Kishan, I love your enthusiasm, man. I love it. I can feel it through the screen how enthusiastic you are, man. Appreciate it. KB, better rope. Shout out to you guys. Just going on a bit. Danny, hi. Hello to you. You know, absolutely go. Scrolling a bit. I can't scroll again. You know what? This chat is so bad. I can't. There we go. Perfect. It's broken again. I can't scroll. There we go. Call that 63k move on a 50 BPS. Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I do think we are shimming a bit more upwards. But in terms of coming to 63, obviously we're having a bit of resistance. I mean, this is, to be fair, whenever you see these, I mean, again, like you see them back here as well. Like whenever I see these moves, either we're severely in the wrong area for Bitcoin or something external's happened. And when something external happens, I don't really think, oh yeah, we need to come down to have support. Oh, we need to do this. We need to find support level. You know, we're too high in the sky right now. We're going to fall. But when we're doing something like that, oh yeah, oh rate cut, boom, this, that, the other, 0.5%, boom, pump. I don't care. I really don't care. I don't care if you find support or not because we're going up. You know, really, I mean, this is just perfect. Like this right here, like this is brilliant. You know, like boom, resistance at equilibrium. No surprise there. Equilibrium's great. Boom, come up to here, resistance. Obviously, resistance at all block. What do we use? This line perfectly. Boom, this line as well. And bearing in mind, on the higher range, where is it? Okay, well, it's not there. I don't know why. But the range upwards has a line here. So as you cascade upwards, technically each and every line is technically in equilibrium on a higher time frame. But if you look on the lower time frames, you're not going to notice it. But the next range upwards is I'm explaining it like some of you guys use it. If you are the rare few who use these sort of dealing ranges with this pattern methodology, then in my opinion, I think using the range upwards in terms of their equilibrium is good. But I think using the range upwards, like for example, if this is equilibrium, technically the range upwards, this is equilibrium. And then you can see as well, you can see we bounced it here, came up to it, having difficulty at the top of the equilibrium. So, so technically each and every line is an equilibrium. But you can see we're slowly coming upwards now, trying to get above this equilibrium. So once we get up, this is going to be good equilibrium on the higher time frame. But it doesn't really matter at the end of the day, because it's like, oh, we didn't come to this equilibrium. Well, on the range upwards, which is what I use, we gained to this equilibrium really nicely. So boom, difficulty at equilibrium, flipped it, equilibrium support. So this is good news. This is really good news. So not only have we crossed into the new dealing range, we have also gone above the equilibrium into this current dealing range. So this is just absolutely brilliant news right now. So in terms of coming above equilibrium, so if you're someone who trades premium, discount, arrays, whatever, this, that, the other, obviously premium, you want to technically look for things which are supporting you in a way to look negatively. Which obviously in this current situation we're in right now, where we're pumping due to externality, then you might not want to look for that. You might disregard that due to the fact we need to find where our top is before we start to decide if we're going up or down again. So I don't think we're done right now. I think we're just slowly coming up. Again, on the 1 hour, you can see obviously resultant big pump, obviously which then kind of came into motion. this nice pump upwards. So I definitely think we can come towards 65k. I definitely think we sweep it. I definitely think we either come towards, you know, I think what we could do, we could wick into 65.5, 65.6, form a rejection block, and then come down again, maybe to this order block, or maybe towards 63.7, you know, something like that as support. I definitely think we could definitely have a same thing twice. I definitely think we could have a pump upwards and pump downwards, because obviously this line is going to cause us to have this quick movement back downwards. But again, in terms of pump 63, absolutely. Again, this is where our difficulty has been so far. But in looking at the candles, they've been really nice movement. You know, really nice movement. You know, resistance at higher equilibrium, support at equilibrium, flipped order block to breaker block, broke above equilibrium, support at midpoint, coming back upwards probably to have a higher high. You know, it's been really nice movement so far. You know, really good response. The only reason I was so wrong, and I do apologize for this because I missed it. You know, I should know better. Is this because this? All right, let me find it. I need to draw my charts better because this is actually really hard to see. There is a purple line. Okay, let me go down here so I can show you guys these lines here. Okay, these lines are very important. If you significantly print and even use it as support. So okay, if you do this, right, this is an example. If you do use these, if you dump and then hover like here and then come back upwards, it doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna then, you know, boom, do this and then dump again and then continue. But if you do a scenario where you dump, hover a bit, and then use it as support, and then come back upwards, and then hover, and then come down again, let's say you do that, that is a lot more significant, where you acknowledge that this price is, you've expanded above. These are expansion lines at 0.11, or obviously minus 0.11, and 1.11. These are significant in terms of dealing range. This is how you identify an expansion, because you can come above the dealing range, but it is more so of a coming up. So this line upwards here, like for example here, this is going to be at 66.329. So the next one down is this one at 64.888, for example. So this is an example of not thoroughly using. Oh no, to be fair, okay, this is actually the wrong equilibrium. I'm stupid. I'm looking at the wrong area. Where's the equilibrium I was looking at? It's gonna be down here, isn't it? Yeah, it's gonna be down here. Yeah, so we're down here. Then we'll go into the 4 hours so I can see where I am. It is. Is it this one? Is it 59.7? I think it's 59.770. So my mistake was okay. Obviously, we dumped past it, and then this is the significant one. Is you can see we kind of hovered at this purple line, printed, came down, and then this is the significant part right here. This is us printing thoroughly below this purple line, and then we obviously came up to retrace, and then we dumped, and then we're in a new range, and then obviously expanded downwards. But again, that works on the flip side. You know, this is technically the top. You know, this is the bottom of this range, but this is technically the top of this range. So coming to 59.70, you can see coming up to it, using a support, coming down, and then coming down again. All this up here should have shown me that this is us trying to expand upwards into this range, obviously as we're coming up to this top. So I do apologize for that. I completely missed that line horribly because they overlap on two lines. But anyway, I'm yapping. We're actually halfway through the stream. I haven't looked at a single article, which obviously, are we surprised? To be fair though, are we surprised? Oh yeah, I should probably continue to read the chat. Mike wanted a 62.500 break. He said it 100 times. Well, break above 62.5. That's very good for him. If attack pump down, okay, that's crazy. Bushbull, good morning to you, man. It's been a while. I think I haven't seen your name in a while. So good morning to you. Make up at 62k in worst down. If I go back to the chart, I think we have that at an equilibrium. Yeah. Isn't that such a quinkydink? Oh, we need to break 62.5. Well, where is that top of that equilibrium, which I was just talking about? 62.5. Isn't that perfect? So yeah, I completely agree. 62.5. Worst case, I completely agree as well. 62.1. Yeah, pretty much this range. But to be fair though, I would probably say 63, 62.9, because number one, we have this order block, which is a breaker block. So number one, we have this whole support. So not only do we have midpoint, we have the bottom of it. So this line is a higher time frame equilibrium, which is also coinciding with this order block. So this range here, I could definitely see this range being where we come to. So, I mean, isn't that what I just said? Yeah, then absolutely, I agree. I think what I just said was we do this, we eventually pump towards 65, sweep it reducing all rejection block at 65.5, coming back down to this area, and then are we going to break above this? It could be a thing where we do this, form downtrend then, well, not downtrend, but what I'm saying, like as in we do high, whatever, boom boom boom, sweep this, flip ourselves, because it's going to be a sweep to then the next where's the next low is. So if we continue to do higher lows, there's going to be a sweep to then maybe like this low, which is going to be these highs, for example, which is then going to be 64 as an example. So but yeah, no, absolutely agree with all of you. Oh yeah, that's why Max paying 80k. Yeah, I mean, I have many ranges. I mean, all the ranges every single price everyone talks about, I always have an equilibrium at there at least. So for example, over here, this makes sense. I already talked about this area. This being this equilibrium here on this range. You can see like, came up to it, bounced, perfect, difficulty there, tried to break above, obviously failed, and then came down again. So, very good there, for example. Obviously, as you go inner and inner. But again, there's different ranges with different qualities on higher time frames. For example, if we expand it, go to the higher time frame, you can really, actually, let's do it even higher. You start to see really nice equilibriums, not only on the low time frames, but on the higher time frames. So the next one up is, again, 80k. Yeah, absolutely, 80k up here. But if we shimmy down, okay, well, I don't actually have it drawn, but this is going to be, actually, to be fair, this 80k is within this dealing range. So 80k to break above it, or 81-ish, would be breaking above expansion zone to go to the next dealing range. But in terms of 80k, yeah, I have 86. I've already talked about this though. I don't want to yap on about this because it's something I've already talked about. So you got 83 there, for example. I've already talked about this. I need to go. I need to go on the articles. This isn't a trading stream. I'm lacking. Let me go back. Let me just zoom in. Said I didn't do that. Okay, let's go back. Let's actually read. We've got 20 minutes. We haven't read a single article. I'm sorry, guys. I'm actually like horribly following this time. I did really well last stream as well. All in ETH, fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. So I want to get a job. Do you have any jobs? We don't actually currently. We have, we probably might in the future. Obviously, I don't. You're on Binance and you'll have an anonymous name, so I don't actually know. I know you have a user 68840, but not right now. Apologies, but maybe in the future. Okay, let's speed through these articles, okay? Because I've lacked. All right. Last stream was perfect. I went through them really, at a nice pace. We got to the end exactly at 12, and now it is 11:40, and I haven't actually looked at a single article. So we're gonna do this pretty fast. The last article makes me feel funny reading it. I don't know why. It's like. But anyway, footnotes. Let's read this really quickly. BlackRock just gave Bitcoin a valid tag as a top asset diversifier. The investment banking giant is the biggest spot Bitcoin ETF issuer. Bitcoin prices failed to soar despite Fed rate. This must be an old article. I don't know what they're yapping about. 19th was yesterday. Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. Failed to soar. What are you talking about? Failed to soar. What are you talking about? Hello? I actually don't know what time it was. It's probably here though, considering. Oh no, it actually could have been here. What do you mean failed to soar? I still think we're going there, to be fair. Like this is like, oh, we're slowing down. Nah, I don't think so. This is just even better for me. It's like, oh yeah, this is what is interesting to me. Is like, oh yeah, I don't care about this breaker block. I care about this equilibrium. Equilibrium is what you care about. And for the fact that we didn't even have that much difficulty, we literally went whoop and came up with it. That is strong enough for me to tell me that this move is super strong. That coming from this low was a backup to how strong this move was. Obviously, this was a really nice fair value up, which we flipped. And again, obviously, my sentiment was pretty bearish, so I didn't say we should flip this. I said we were going to use it, and obviously on the lower time frame, I believe we did use it. Obviously, you can see came up to midpoint, came down, but that is not as significant as what happened over here, which was us filling this order block. This fair value gap to absolute precisity. Boom, filled it. Kapow. What happened after this fair value gap? Obviously, I'm not attributing it. I'm just saying Obviously, you could have traded it. But again, obviously, my ill judgment. This is above and this isn't in this dealing range. Okay, if this formed down here, this would be great resistance because technically above this dealing range, this is in a discount. So seeing a positive or seeing a negative fair value gap in a area where you're supposed to look for positive things isn't very smart of me. But to say that we have a higher likelihood that we flip it and then come downwards, obviously there. But I mean, my sentiment was that we were going to stay in this range. So obviously I was a bit wrong there. But you know, obviously hindsight, looking at it, really nice usage of it. So I mean, no, I knew this was going to be a great fair value gap because this order block on top of the fair value gap was absolutely perfect. And bearing in mind as well, this is in fair value gap area. You know, starting from here, this is fair value gap area. So this is really, really perfect. Anyway, I'm yapping. Let's read this. So yeah, I don't know what they're talking about there. Yes, we talked about this. In terms of the volume, we looked at pretty much every single, all the ETFs were positive. We looked at the iBit or the iShares Bitcoin Trust had like 380, 300 and something. I can't remember what number it was. I don't know. I can't remember what number. It was a high. Okay, it was a high volume. I can't remember what number it was. It might actually tell us. 15.8 million. Okay, it was a lot higher than that. Maybe it was. This is more recent. To be fair, this was. I don't know. I'm yapping. Down 0.4% 24 hours by 60,000. When was this? Is this 60,000? Is this here? I actually don't know what time the cut was in my time zone. So maybe he's talking about this, where we came up and came down again to this high. Actually, really nice highs there. If we had normal price action, this would be such a considerable area. But again, we don't. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. But this is just kind of, we've already talked about this via the X file, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. Let me move on now, though. Because, serial yapper right now. Let's go down, bear over. So, we've got a little video for this. Bear over. So this is all the bears leaving. Now, I'm probably one of these. I'm on one of these. You know what? There should be another animal. You know, you've got bears, you've got bulls. There's got to be another animal. There's got to be an animal which can swipe and, like, charge upwards, whatever you call it. But regardless, whatever. This is the bears leaving. According to, you know, assume the article we have coming up right now, to why the bears are leaving. Obviously, we had to have a really positive funding rate. I think the OI is really positive. I think the CVD was positive. Obviously, that makes sense because everything, you know, converges. So when you've got that, that is just really good news anyway. Real Vision analyst Jamie Kurtz believes that Bitcoin and other digital assets may be about to break out of bearish phase and flagship crypto reclaims 63k level. I accept that this may be premature given the state of world geopolitically and the fact that technicals are still bearish. However, I suspect we are in the final throes of the big flush of the past months, which for allocators will make Q4 critical for 12 months forward returns. I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, if I go to, I actually do want to look at this because I haven't looked at it since we had the pump. Yeah, this I'm not liking that. You know, like hovering this. You know, I wanted that to be down. I don't like how that's up. So you know, it's hover. You know, entering into distribution. I mean, I could be wrong. It could be just, you know, doom and then just boom like that. You know, but you know, like this one. Like even though the rest of the, and again, yeah, I say this a lot. Like the distribution is you know, it doesn't have to last the entire period. You can see this is perfect. Like you can see this accumulated nicely. Manipulation was majoritively negative. Coming into distribution, we've come down. Obviously, our next high, obviously 65k. We've got this previous order block back here, which has 65k as the high. But yeah, you can see like this followed really nicely. But obviously, these are fractals. You can see this is obviously accumulation. I wanted this to be negative, so that this could be boom positive. So in terms of this distribution, you can see we followed it nicely. But you know, we've already done 3/5 of this distribution. So assuming that it could be over is definitely possible. But obviously entering into manipulation, you know, it's funny. I mean, entry into it is pretty negative, so hopefully that can still take on some effect, and that we pump. But again, I mean, considering even though this might be wrong, I think we're going to pump anyway. Like, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, all season top 290-day percentage last price. Yeah, brilliant, awesome. Bitcoin momentum and global money supply. So this is a momentum and money supply, which actually something we look at on MarketCypher. So the money supply is apparently blue. Oh no, it's white, but apparently it's not, because there's no white, it's blue. So I assume money flow is blue. So money flow is coming in. Momentum is coming down. So increasing money supply sets the stage for Bitcoin's next leg up, citing a historical relationship between the two. Ultimately, liquidity is what ultimately drives everything, and this has now turned decisively bullish. That's very good. Yeah, ever since obviously this in here, obviously we came down, but I mean, yeah, over this period, you know, okay, wait, on 1, 2, 3, so I think this is quarters. So first, second, so coming into basically the third quarter, yeah. Now coming to fourth as well is positive. So these latter two, I'm trying to look. It's quite hard to see on the screen, but these two are you know, this period. Let me open up a new tab actually. This period down here, you can see these are quarters. So you know, looking at it, we kind of Q3 hovered down a bit. Obviously, that makes sense of what we're doing. You know, we're not really there just yet. Obviously, we're close in terms of you know, coming to October. But we are positive coming into the next quarter, which, you know, obviously is going to be a good thing for the rest of it being positive, which is what this guy's exactly saying. Key crypto ecosystem fundamental metrics have performed well during the 6 months of price decline. That's good. Obviously, you know, if we whoops, I just actually slammed my table. Obviously, I didn't blow the mic up. So even though we've had a significant price decline, it's glad to see that we've had a positive fundamental. I don't know what actually is considered as fundamental metrics. I think it's probably these, like network activity. So in terms of, you know, it's basically saying, oh yeah, no one's leaving crypto. In terms of, you know, obviously this is saying, you know, fees, transactions, active users, TVL obviously on the 1 month low, or going down. But on the grand scheme of things, especially on the year and the 6 month, it's like it's majoritively positive. But transactions is still holding strong. So in terms of, I think this is basically all it's saying is, oh yeah, we're still holding strong in terms of people are still in crypto. No one's absolutely left. You know, no one's selling and leaving completely. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like oh yeah, everyone's getting their bags, you know, rid of and leaving crypto. Obviously, that's a good thing. You know, I suppose that's a great thing. You know, it doesn't hold too much weighting on my judgment of if we're going to go to, you know, 80k or not. Now, the next one is supposed to be charts, but I don't think I'm going to go on to it because we've already looked at Bitcoin a ton. Let me read the chat though. Cameron says we could go to see 44k the next day down. Yeah, he said that earlier, didn't he? I don't see it. What did he say? 25k, 29k? Yeah, no thanks. I don't see that. In my current range, we've hit the expansion line. We're in the new dealing range, and not only are we in the new dealing range, we've gone above equilibrium in one fell swoop. So you know what? To be fair, going above like 59k, 55 to 72 as our range, that's not going to be very hard. Considering we've already done this, I know. We've had external data to help us pump, but this isn't going to be very hard to do. I mean, I think pump up, sweep 65, 6, rejection block, come down, higher high into rejection block, come down, pump above, hitting 66, free, expansion, printing above, coming back down to 65, rejection block, support, equilibrium, bounce, fair value gap, back at 60, 67, boom, support, back up, 71, sorted. I'm sorry, I yapped so much there. It doesn't really matter. I'm kind of just like theorizing. But no, yeah, this is just what this is crazy. It's not crazy, but you know, this is strong as hell. You know, coming from this period to here, like, not only coming to new dealing range, but expanding and going above equilibrium, all in one swoop. I don't think we're coming back down below this equilibrium, you know, suddenly. Unless we have something absolutely horrifying that we have an equal high. Even if we have an equal high or not, it's still going to be negative, you know. Even if we, you know, double high. Whoops, that is not what I wanted to do. You know, boom, like 2 highs there, doing our thing, coming back up again. Even on the grand scheme of thing, I've just moved the line, honestly. No, I didn't. I thought I moved the line, but I didn't. Jesus. Okay, there we go. So even if we don't pinch to that, you can see, like, you know. No. Never mind. I don't see that. No. Just, no. No, this ain't. That's not gonna. Yeah, no. This. No. Well, okay. To hit 44k, if we printed there, that means we'd be in the next range. Come on, man. I just don't. No. No. I don't see that. What are we on to next anyway? 243 million fish. Okay. This is going to be some moron who's done this, that, the other. It's a fish. It's not like it's some, like, ransomware, which is getting people's keys. Not ransomware, but, like, you know, a worm, which is, like, going through some sort of transaction. That'd be something crazy. It's a phishing. It's phishing. Some moron gave his keys away. Like, come on, man. Sophisticated scam involving impersonating of Google and Gemini support led to major crypto theft. Sophisticated. How sophisticated? I want to see photos. Maybe sophisticated for this person. You know what I'm saying? Alright, here we go. His investigation revealed a sophisticated operation that leveraged both technological weakness and human psychology. First, the attackers impersonated representatives from Google support and then the Gemini exchange, whose regulatory compliance make it a compelling choice for investors to finally get access to victims' personal accounts and bypass two-factor authentication. So there's no technological weakness here. Okay? This has been going on since emails existed. And since phones and, you know, online banking existed, you know, phishing will always exist because there's always going to be something either really, to be fair, there are really sophisticated phishing scams, or there's going to be morons, not morons, that's not very nice. People who are uneducated on the similarities of what's supposed to be there and what's not supposed to be there. Or not, you know, similarities between, you know, Google support page and the phishing Google support page. There's no, from what this is described, there's no technological weakness here. The only weakness so far has been someone's given away Google. Okay, they're pretending to be Google support. Okay, we need you to do this on this exchange. Gemini exchange support. Oh, we need you to give us your seed phrase. Oh, we need to give us your this, that, the other, so we can go and help you. Okay. Give them the seed phrase. They have now taken all your money. Like, come on. Really? This is always going to happen. Like, come on. It disappoints me. Really, really disappoints me. Anyway. What? Greaves? A weird name, sorry. I apologize for that. How a crypto... Okay. A crypto fee spending spree in Genesis heist ended in jail. So I assume this is a continue... Is this a continuation of... Okay, no, yeah, fine. So this Genesis heist, he spent this loot rather ostentatiously buying expensive cars and hosting parties. Zach XBT tracked $3.5 million off the siphoned money to an Ethereum address linked to Grooves. One of them, Box, who impersonated a representative of Gemini, was linked to an $18 million in stolen assets. Zach XBT tracked down a web of Ethereum addresses that were connected with both Box and Wiz, tracing transactions in excess of $41 million to brokers of high-end goods. Alright. Fine. Okay, cool. I mean, not really a nothing burger. I don't know why I should open then. Not really much of a... Not really... I wouldn't say it's a nothing burger. I'd say it's like a... It's like getting a cheeseburger with a bit of tomato sauce. It's like... Yeah, it's a burger. But everyone gets it. It's not really exciting. It's like, you know, a lamb and mint burger or some crap like that. You know, that's fancy. It's a cheeseburger, you know? It's one of them, you know, couple pound cheeseburgers from McDonald's. It's like, okay, yeah, someone got fished. No surprise. Anyway, let's move on. Long game. Drink, sorry. That was actually, yeah, that's animalistic. So it's like messing around right now. Cardano's long game. Hodgkinson unfazed by market cap slide. Of course he's going to be unfazed. Hodgkinson maintains that Cardano's success should be gauged by long-term impact, not by short-lived crypto rankings. I'm not even thrilled by reading this. Like, oh guys, trust me, we're going to be doing so much in the future. Come on, man. Market rankings are often considered the ultimate measure of cryptocurrency success. Though some argue they are shallow metrics, they remain the go-to for comparing digital assets. Cardano has slipped down the market cap rankings this year, ultimately being pushed out of the top 10 by Tron in August. Despite growing community concerns, Input-Output CEO Charles Hodgkinson remains unfazed, stressing the importance of long-term fundamentals over day-to-day price swings. Well, if you wait too long, no one's going to care anymore. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I mean, this is kind of a whatever thing. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's going to be tons of different applications for Cardano. It's going to be so great. And yeah, maybe it is, you know, one of those little pouches, not a bag. It's a pouch you leave, you know, like a little, what's it called? Like a little fanny pack, maybe. Yeah. It's one of those little things where you don't, you know, it's not taking on, you know, you're not using all your like back muscles and your muscles to try and carry it. It's, you know, it's on the side. You've got it on you at all times. Waiting for the right moment type of thing. Maybe. I mean, yeah, whatever. Let's move on. I don't really care. This one, I don't know why. I don't really want to read this one. We've done these articles record pace, you know. All right, this one. Oh my god, I don't even know how to read this one. I don't. This is. All right, Iggy Azalea says she wasn't allowed to twerk at Solana Breakpoint because it would go too viral. She cancelled her appearance at Solana Breakpoint because of a dance-related dispute. Musician and meme coin figurehead Iggy Azalea claims that she was told that she couldn't twerk on stage alongside a group of dancers at this week's Solana Breakpoint conference as it will go too viral. It's just trashy. Like, it's just trashy. You know what? I don't even care. I really don't care. Let's just... I'm moving on. I actually don't care. I'm sorry. I don't think anyone cares. Really. Alright. Well, that's the articles. In record time. I did skip a few. Yeah, 1, 2, skip a few. We're at the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? But, let me read the chat one more time. Alright. No one's there. Cool. Yeah, okay. Nothing burger. Phishing scam. No one cares. Like... It happens all the time. A lot of money there, to be fair. What else was there? BlackRock, that was pretty good. And the sentiment from that... I can't remember his name. Coots? Oh, that was horrible. I can't remember his name. But, yeah. That guy. Yeah, I agree. Obviously, his data, the way he portrays it, seems to be a positive thing. I don't disagree with that, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, I still think we're doing this, but, you know, bang, bang, coming up. I don't think, you know, it'd be weird for us, you know, do this, bang, 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 and then bang. You know, it'd be a bit weird. I wouldn't, it would be really weird price action, in my opinion, if we just did that, you know. Yeah, we've got the high, you know, we're doing nicely in terms of this, you know, unless we kind of, you know, bang, it wouldn't be very good, you know, unless we, you know, boom, boom, sweep it, bang, equilibrium, resistance at all block now, coming down again, you know, potentially, but equilibriums are notoriously strong positions, even so on the higher time frames, or on the higher ranges. So this, between 62.9 and 61.7, these prices are going to be strong. You know, these are going to be wholly strong in terms of keeping us up. You know, it's going to be like a trampoline. You know, I'm going to draw a little trampoline. Like a springboard. That's a brilliant, you know, that's an amazing drawing, you know. It's going to be, you know, this is our springboard. So it's like, oh, we're in equilibrium, but doing, you know, coming back upwards. Or like, you know, maybe we go, oh, we're really negative right now. We're going to push the trampoline down to, but doing, you know, all the way back upwards, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, these are strong areas. And the fact that we were able to just completely, you know, move up like it was nothing is brilliant for us. That this is just going to be support and then continue. So I don't think, you know, I think this is a great area of support. In terms of 62.5 could be our low. Absolutely. I think 62, 141, 62.5, that is our normal equilibrium. But I normally pay attention to the wider, like, I can't measure it for some reason. There we go. This range, you know, this 1.87% range, this is like, you know, all these 4 lines are equilibrium on the lower and the higher. You know, these two. Okay, I don't know why it's drawn wrong. I don't know why I can't see the equilibrium, but these are equilibrium points. This is, you know, 61.743, 62.928. This is like big. This is like the zone of demand or resistance or supply, whatever. So yeah, I mean, I think we're going to use support. I think we'll continue onwards. I think we're going to eventually reach 65k. Even I think it's 65.6. 65.5 area, this area. I think rejection block at 65.5. Boom, come down below this line. Maybe towards 64.5. You know, find some support at this line. You can see as well. We use support at this line really nicely. You know, these lines. You know, all these lines here will be really well respected. You know. This line was like, you know, resistance, resistance, resistance. You know, resistance. This area, resistance. This line's gonna be really good as support and resistance. So if we flip it at 64.5, it's gonna be good support then at that point. So we could probably, you know, come above 65 towards 65.5, rejection block 64.5 potentially, coming back up to rejection block, maybe higher at that point if we come to like 65.4. I don't know, just, you know, throwing numbers out there. But yeah, I think we just continue to ride upwards. But again, you know, breaking in and out of dealing ranges aren't, you know, it's not a willy-nilly thing. So 65, I think 65.6 is going to be pretty strong. A lot of people have that. So if people have that on the higher time frame, then it's going to be like a, you know, oh yeah, you know, boom, like really higher, you know, probably coming down to 62 again. You know, this is like, it's a higher thing. But, you know, if we eventually see this high, this is going to be great news for us, you know, because it's like low, high, higher, low. You know, this is the, okay, cool, we're doing a higher low. So do a higher low, then a higher high. This is great news for us. You know, it's like boom, lower low, you know, lower high, higher low, higher high, boom, hello, higher low. Maybe not down there, just theorizing, obviously. Boom, equilibrium maybe, bang, back to dealing range, bang, 72, bang, come down, bang, expansion, bang, come back up, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm yapping. It's the end of the stream. We know what I mean, you know, that sort of movement, I could definitely expect that. But we've got a springboard, you know, going back to it. Got a nice little springboard here, the doing, you know, this is going to be, I could be wrong. I don't think, I haven't really been wrong. Like this whole price action, like, okay, since here, I've been right about all this price action. Like, this, maybe, like, I think I started using these methodologies, like, somewhere around here, maybe. But like this movement upwards, this dump to here, all this I've been pretty right on. Especially here, this was really, really right. Especially this, like dealing range, forming this rejection block in this is absolutely pinpoint. I've been right so far. Obviously, I misinterpreted this, so I'm not saying that I'm right. The ranges have been right. I don't know why I'm saying I'm right. I drew these. You know, I'm not saying I'm commandeering the price of Bitcoin, but these ranges have been right. You know. It's if you can read them all at the end of the day. So it's like, you know, I'm not going to put my trust in them. So in terms of how easy it is to read these, I definitely think, you know, coming up to here in these rejection block area, coming down again, I definitely think, you know, the 9 times out of 10 I've been right on these ranges. So I think we're just going to continue that. I think we're going to do this. I think we'll continue. So yeah, let's see how it goes. You know, I'm excited. So it's 12:05. 5 minutes over the end of the stream, so I'm gonna do my outro. It was a bit of a casual, you know, I didn't really follow the time structure as appropriately as I should have. But, you know, we're here now, we're at the end of the stream. And technically we haven't gone over the articles. But, you know, if the article... And again, you know, this is no shade on Mike. But, you know... You know what? I probably should have given some commentary on them. You know what? Let me give some commentary before I end the stream. Let me go for my notepad. Remember what we talked about. So, Iggy is earlier. Let's talk about that one first. One of the sentences in the article was, are celebrity meme coins, like, you know, trashy and, like, is it actually, does anyone care about it? I think they're all trash. I don't think you should buy a single one of them. Unless something big happens, like, you know, it's like one of those, like, you buy the MAGA coin because, you know, Trump's going to win, or you buy the Joe coin. I mean, you can't really buy that anymore because he's not, you know, you buy the Kamala coin maybe. But, you know, if you buy the MAGA coin, not Kamala, the MAGA coin, and then Trump wins, you know, it's one of those things. It's not really a celebrity coin, but it's a meme coin, but it's in relation to a popular person. So technically, you know, what is a celebrity in the day? You know what I'm saying? So technically, it is a celebrity coin. So technically, you're buying a celebrity coin. So if you're doing something like that, if you're doing a social play, you know, you're not doing it based on price action or actual data or TA or whatever. You're doing it based on a social play where you're like, okay, this person's in controversy, or they're doing this, I'm gonna long or short, you know. Then yeah, cool. But I think they're all trashy. Anyway, what's next? The long game. Yeah, I mean, we've heard like 12 times now that something big's gonna happen with Cardano. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna be in banking, we're gonna be in this, that, the other. Yeah, cool, great. Just make it happen. Yeah. He's coping. You know, he's coping. Oh well, I don't care. We fell out of the market cap. I mean, we're gonna be big in 10 years. Who wants to hold a crypto for 10 years? Alright, mate. Anyway, and yeah, fishing. Yeah, it's a lot of money. I don't know, 243 million, that's a lot of money. I don't know where I must have missed that part. It was like 43 million, then like 18, then like 30. A lot of money. But again, my commentary on it is like, you know, fishing's always going to happen in the end of the day. Unless you've got a technical, you know, IT support sitting next to you 24/7 while you're on the computer. You know, if you don't know any better and it's really accurate, then you'll probably get tricked. And again, to be fair, it not nearly happened to me. We actually got a proposition on Telegram by some like game. You know what? If you're a streamer and you're watching this, 9 times out of 10, you probably just shouldn't trust the crypto games if you want to sponsor you, because we've been talked to by 3 different crypto games and every single one's been a scam so far. Anyway, we got talked to, and they gave us a Zoom meeting, which was a fake thing, and they made you put this code in the terminal, which was going to hack you. And yeah, it was a pathetic attempt. It wasn't really any good in the slightest. Like, it was actually awful. I noticed it immediately. Like, you click the button, you immediately notice it. But to someone who isn't the wiser, and they go onto this website which looks like Zoom, and they click this button to tell them what to do, and they go, oh, okay, I guess I'll have to do this, and then they do it and they get hacked. You know, I can definitely, looking at it, it didn't trick me, because I knew that's not what was supposed to happen. But it looked real enough that I could understand if someone got tricked. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely phishing attempts and you know, things out there which are very, very accurate to the real thing. So I understand people get fished, but you know, it's just one of the stories like, oh yeah, some old guy got hacked. It's like, okay, cool. Yeah, there's a lot of money. The JB Coots, absolutely. Looks great, whatever. I'm moving on though. That's it. Whatever. I've given my opinion. The rest of them kind of self-explanatory in that regard. Love Springboard. Yeah, Springboard's absolutely great right now. Shout out to the Springboard. Gonna keep us up, keep us going. I'll actually just quickly looking at if we've got anything else. Nothing really. I'm obviously kind of got this like boom thing going on here. Yeah, nothing really of interest here. Especially in the range you're in, unless we go to a higher range. Can't zoom out for some reason. Clicking the wrong button, that's why. Unless we look at this, you know, RB fair, Queen to avoid. We've actually technically got a perfect Fair Value Gap in the Fair Value Gap area. It's not really a big one, though, to be fair. It's probably already, you know, been done, so I'm not gonna look at it. You know what? I'm just delaying the end of the stream. So yeah, Springboard, above equilibrium, good support down here. If I'm wrong, Whoops. Fair enough. But this is going to be good support, I think. I don't really think this is going to be anything. We're going to fall below this. This is, equilibriums are the significant areas. This equilibrium is going to be strong. This equilibrium at 69, 68 is going to be strong. We've got the 86k talked about already. You know what I'm talking about. Strong. So, yeah. Shout out to equilibriums. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to end the stream right now. 11 minutes of the stream. Thank you for joining us. Or me. Obviously, Mike's not here. But, yeah. Thank you for joining the stream. If you're new and you appreciate the content, consider following and turn notifications on. And if you like the stream so much, maybe like it. Obviously not pressuring you. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Go to the description wherever you're watching. Really useful links down there. Go check them out. They wouldn't be there if they weren't useful. Telegram most important as well. Twitter is very important. Obviously, go to our YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Go to Crypto House on Google. You'll find us there. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty positive right now for Bitcoin. I'm not so much of a bear or bull. I kind of take I do take some bias as to what I've already looked at, but normally when I do my charts, it's a thing where I have to look at the previous action every single stream, so I know. So it's like I'm not going to it where I've got 6 months of bearishness, So I think we need to make a petition. I think we need a new animal. We've got the bears, we've got the bulls. And then we've got an animal which swipes and charges upwards. I think we should do that. So, yeah. I think, I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. That's going to be what the group's called. Yeah. Because we are... maybe the goats, actually. Yeah. The goats. Because they technically, they do that upwards. But technically, they can also bump their heads downwards a bit. So maybe we're the goats. Or the Rams. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, well, I've actually yapped. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. End the stream. Join Telegram. Go to the description. Follow us. Like the stream. Thank you so much. See you next time. I'll be back Monday. 21st September. I'll be back. Thank you guys. See you Monday. Mike will see you tomorrow. I think he just started the stream. He'll see you tomorrow in the morning. I'll be back in the afternoon. Thank you. Goodbye.
you.